Are you enjoying John Dash and Friends? Make sure you follow us so you never miss a new episode. We regularly post new podcast programs and upload interviews on Facebook, so following us is the best way to be notified when new content is released. Just search John Dash and Friends on your favorite social media platform and hit follow to stay connected.
You can have a community that won't allow you to buy into that.
Right.
Then you've got some connection there, and then that helps a whole bunch. That's a good move for you to, and that's probably what allowed you to do too, is get some younger friends that you can mentor a little bit, and there's a mutual relationship there, correct?
Yeah, it did, and I started finding just good people that, but I had to put myself out there and volunteer and do things.
Oh yeah.
I become part of 2 different board of directors, and I started making these friends that I didn't have before.
Right.
Okay, and people that and I was sitting the other day in the office, and I was doing some work with a young lady, and she said, I can't believe I've lived here all these years and don't know you. And it sort of made me feel good in a way. And I said, but we talked, and she said, we just talking about life and talking about town and talking about things. And I don't know. I just think, but you got to put yourself out there to do that.
Mm-hmm. You do. Mm-hmm.
And you got to make friends.
Yeah.
And to be there and to contact and talk to them and be there for them.
Yeah, that's right.
And some people choose an isolated life, and then, they die all alone.
Yeah.
Okay, that's just the truth in the end of it. And if it's a life you want to live, then baby, have at her.
Yeah.
That's the way I look at it.
For me, but yeah.
I'm just not. I don't know. I don't know. All right, when you think about this, about your faith, what are some turning points, or what are some things along the way that really have challenged you, that cause you to look deeper at your walk with God when you think about that? And I know that's a big question,
yeah,
okay?
It's a big question.
But when you look at your life and you think, these are some things that really made me look deep into myself in this relationship, not the relationship everybody else seen, but the real relationship with me and the Lord. See, I believe in a church, and I shared this with the church. I said, my relationship with God is different than me being a pastor. That's me and him. Mm-hmm. Okay, and that's when the lights are out and things are dark, that's me and him.
Yeah.
And, I've had people tell me, I had a guy tell me a while back, he said, I feel like nobody loves you. And I said, I don't know anybody that does. I've never known nobody said they loved you. I mean, what am I going to lie to you? And say, well, no, baby, but somebody. No.
Yeah.
If you choose that life, and so this relationship is personal between us and the Lord that we look at and we examine and we think about.
Right.
But there's points in our life. There's hinge points.
Yeah.
Okay?
Yeah.
And some points.
It's called Kairos moments, when God and earth cross.
Right.
These big cross. I guess the first one would probably be salvation at 8 years old.
Right.
But was in a very legalistic system. And what happens in a legalistic system is you will go one or two ways. You'll go straight up hellion. I don't want nothing to do with God or the church. And you go out there and you're a hellion. Or you become a choir boy and you do everything right, but you're trying to earn salvation, earn love, and that type of thing. And both people really have a distorted view of God. Now, the hellion, okay, he's out there doing, okay, we got him. Right. The dangerous part about where I was at was the people in the church were accepting me and applauding me, but I still had a distorted view of God, to the point that I went to a hotel, checked in for 2 days, fasted, and said, God, I'm going to know you love me when I get out of here, or I'm going to hell, and I'm going to have a hell of a time getting there. I mean, the goody two-shoes is coming off. That's where it led to. Okay, so that's one episode, which he started a conversation there, and I left there knowing that I was loved, but I still had a lot of baggage. It wasn't long after that my son was born. And my son didn't sleep for 9 months. In fact, we had a time in our life where Angela and I had never, 3 months, we hadn't slept, either one of us, more than 2 hours at any given time.
Gee.
Take us with you wherever you go. Introducing John Dash and Friends, the new podcast you don't want to miss. Now streaming on 11 platforms, including Spotify, Apple Podcasts, Amazon Music, and YouTube Podcasts. Download, follow, and listen anytime, anywhere. John Dash and Friends. Press play and join the conversation.